So I'm tossing up, and I might never post this video, but I just picked up something in the mail and I'm contemplating live reading it, as in reacting to the camera when I hit things that I care about. But I haven't started yet, so if nothing happens that I talk to you about, I just want to post this. But we'll see how we go. So I am reading, or I'm about to go to the supermarket and then pick up. No! It's a beast. I accidentally spoiled myself for the last line, but I have no idea of the context, so I'm very confused. Yep. I'm a bit scared. It is huge. There is artwork throughout, I can see. And I am prepared to cry, so you might see that here today, depending on if I actually cry. Oh! To this very first word, and I thought it said lol. I'm gonna have to look a second time. Whoops. So I'm 27 pages in, and I already miss Livy dearly. So this is gonna be full of spoilers if you didn't gather that already. So I miss Livy so much. Like, you made me fall in love with her, Cassie, through book 1 and 2, and then you just I miss Livy. Also, the Dearborns and the cohort can go get effed. Oh my god, like I am so mad. I'm really mad. Just, they're so manipulative, and you can tell that, like, everyone thinks they're being super righteous, but I don't feel that they're that righteous. They're just looking to get themselves ahead. And holy, I'm like halfway through chapter 2 and you're already stabbing me in the guts with the anger and the sadness. I'm just showered and I'm getting ready for work, but I'm like 50 pages in and I'm so concerned about what Julian's just done. I'm a little bit mad at him for it. I'm concerned about the consequences. And I'm worried. Julian! It wasn't a good idea. Oh my god. Ty, why did they give me artwork? Oh. Ty. So I'm on my way to work, hence why it's like super dark. But I just wanted to check in and say, before I get there, I was never a huge Robert Lightwood fan. I was very meh. I didn't really care. It didn't really impact me, his death at the end of Lord of Shadows. But when Michael Wayland showed up at the funeral pyre, stab me in the feels. Making such bad decisions. No. Not crying, just judging. Ty's just found or presented his idea to raise his sister from the dead, and I'm just like, bitch, no. Don't try it. Bitch, don't try it. Oh, Emma just found out what Julian did. Bitch, be great. I'm constantly terrified that my ship is gonna sink, but currently alive. Alive and in the parking lot. Oh, never mind, we've got some tension going on, though I am still hopeful that this ship will not be dead by the end. Good morning, I'm almost finished at work, so I will be having to do silent reactions while I'm reading when I'm at my other work. But I love the comparison between Kingdom of Ash, which I read last month, where every man and woman couple that could ever possibly exist got together to live in happily married bliss. And in this one, I don't think there's a straight couple in sight, or not somehow unqueer couple. We have the threesome that is Christina, Mark, and Kieran, who are my faves. They are my ship. I'm referring to my ship going down, I'm talking about those guys. We have Ty and Kit, love them. Diana and Gwen, love them. Like, Emma and Julian are literally like the only straight ship. I love it. I love it. But it's such like a contrast. Also, last night, on my way to bed, I read my current positions are Julian, you idiot, what a psychopath. He's now a psychopath. I'm scared how this is going to turn out. And also, Ty, what a badass, but you're making bad decisions, and oh god, please help. That's my current business. Oh, this is gonna be a fun book. I am currently 171 pages in. I don't think I'll finish it today by any means, but we'll see. So I'm back for work and I'm gonna go get some dinner in a minute, but I've read a little bit of this at work today. I'm now up to page 215, and I have other work from 7 till 10 tonight. What did I have? I had something I wanted to chat with you about, but I can't remember what it was. I'm feeling my ship a lot. My babies. I scared about what's going on with Kit and Ty, but Kit is like a literal badass. I'm loving Kit. He's so sarcastic, and I love the fact that he's a mundane turned shadow hunter. He has the kind of same vibes that Simon has that makes me love him. Like, Simon's snarkiness and like depth in the human world is what makes me love him, and Kit has that, and I love it. Also, just my ship. And Emma and Julian doing their thing. Like, I'm scared for Emma and Julian off in Fairy. But I got a lot of book to go. A lot of book to go. I love that Christina knows exactly what's going on, or she suspects what's going on. That she loves them both. And Kieran is such a sad little soul, and I want to hug him and make him better. And Mark is just, oh babe, I care about them a lot. But also, Christina's dream, though, yeah, that was a few chapters back, but yeah. Oh my god, I've just finished chapter 11, and my bays. My sweet beans, I love them so much. Kieran and Mark and Christina. That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. One thing I need to say is, I don't know why this is, but the scenes that get me are the quieter, softer scenes, you know what I mean. And so, like, ones with just Ty and Kit being there for each other, Emma and Julian having a moment, everything with Christina, Kieran and Mark and their little relationship really get to me, and all the sadness around the funeral really got to me. But every action sequence so far, I get halfway through and feel like the pace isn't quite right. I don't know if it's NQR, but it's like I get halfway through and go, oh, hang on, I'm meant to be excited. And I didn't feel it. I don't know if it's just me or the mood I'm in. But yeah, the action scenes don't seem to build the same. Like, I'm halfway through them before I realise they're an action scene, and then the, like, pivotal movie moment is happening, rather than that tension building up to that pivotal movie moment. Maybe this is just a different way of telling the story, like, breaking away from that mould of scene building. But I noticed that. I just want to share that with you. I think it would improve throughout the course of the book, and especially obviously there's like small little action scenes. Like this was just Emma in the Wall of Thorns, which really is like a 2-page scene, and not even that. And maybe that's the problem. Like, I'm expecting the movie kind of build up, but because there's so much in this book, it's kind of been condensed in a little. I'm not sure. But anyway, food for thought. I'm up to chapter 14, but it's getting late and I've got work tomorrow, so I better sleep. We're gonna try again tomorrow and try to read some more. Oh, I'm loving this so much. Okay, so I guessed that the Queen's kid was going to be Sebastian's kid. That was not particularly surprising. I don't know if it was meant to be a major twist, but it was a little obvious. I haven't been doing much I haven't read much all today. I had a busy day at work, and then we went out for beers and then came home and played board games. So I'm in bed now, it's late, and I have another busy day tomorrow. So I can't stay up till middle of the night reading. But it is Thursday, by the way. I've read about like 10 pages, and tomorrow I'm busy till like maybe 1:32, and then I'm free for the rest of the evening until we go out for dinner to celebrate. I've got like a big presentation that's a bit of hey kitten, a bit of a big deal. So if all goes well, I can do a lot of reading tomorrow. So hopefully we get somewhere tomorrow. Oh my gosh, kid. You are so forked. I've literally read like nothing today, and I'm about to go to bed, but it has been stinking hot. So I finished work a bit early, but in the time between that and going out for dinner, I went to the beach with Jessie because it was too hot to function, and then got home and tried to read a few chapters, but really only read a few pages, and then now it's time for bed and I have to get up early in the morning, so I didn't read much at all today. But tomorrow should hopefully be a different story. I have work from early until like 1 or 2, and then we'll be going mini golfing in the afternoon, but then there should be quite a few hours of an evening where I can just be reading my little butt off. But I did want to say, I just read the scene with Helen and Aline registering the downworlders using famous people names. And I just couldn't help it. It was so funny. Elton John, Humphrey Bogart, Taylor Swift. Great. Premium content. Oh my god, so I just reached part 2. I'm like a couple of pages into part 2.
Alright, if we do pick up, will you go get it?
Yes, if someone comes with me. And I just Livy. And I have a feeling this might be where that quote came from. There was a drop of a quote from Cassie Clare a week ago, that was saying that Emma noticed all her runes disappear. Is this how they clear the Parabatai curse of that actually having to like ruin Parabatai forever? Because the runes don't really exist in this world in Thule. So that's my current theory. This is getting intense. So I'm on chapter 21, and I had something I was going to update you on, and I've forgotten what it was. We in Thule, which is a big deal, I guess. I'm worried about Livy. What was the other thing? I was gonna say, so Sebastian's in this section, and I have kind of mixed feelings about it because it's kind of like, not you again. That's something I really liked about the Infernal Devices, was that all the villains were like so 100% separate. I was kind of like, oh, Sebastian again, aren't you meant to be dead? Yes you are, just not in this universe. And I'm hoping, like, it just has the potential to be a little bit repetitive in my mind, but hopefully it doesn't turn out that way. I like that Julian's no longer a psychopath, or at least not in this world. I like the idea that it kind of raises how they might have the potential to break their bond, but also all the problems with that. And I think this chapter 21 is the last chapter where they're actively in Thule, or at least for the moment. They're about to get back. And I am, like, very hype. Although, the last picture was this one that I'll flip to. And there's not supposed to be any Shadowhunter marks in Thule, except in this picture, Jace and Sebastian both super obviously have marks. And it talks about how nothing has marks. Maybe they're meant to be the Endarkened marks, but Jace isn't Endarkened. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a drawing plot hole, that it wasn't quite conveyed very well when they were drawing. But anyway, gonna keep reading. Oh my god, it's Ragnar. Of course it's Ragnar. Of fucking course. I guessed it was, but I wasn't sure how it all worked. I still don't know how it all works, but I'm glad to know. Suspicions confirmed. Like, I understand how complicated it is to begin a polyamorous relationship. I understand. It's complicated. It's often, like, weird, and you don't know what you're doing. But, like, can these guys just sort their shit and get together because they're the cutest fucking thing, and everyone knows it except for them. Though I am loving all this, like, kissing. Just kissing. What was I gonna say? That's something else I was gonna say. No, I can't remember anymore. I can't remember. I have no idea. Okay, I spoke too soon. Yes! Children, I love them so much. Oh my gosh. I spoke like a page too soon. I'd heard someone say this was the Avengers of the model instruments, and they're not wrong. Did this bitch just, like, use the Force and Luke Skywalker the sword to her? Because that's what I just read. Okay, so I've been reading in the lounge room. So I haven't been vlogging, but let me just catch you up because I'm right near the end. That plot twist, Emma and Juliana's giants with the heavenly fire. Okay, cool. I like that. Great idea. Awesome. Kieran leaving Christina and Mark to go be king? No. This is the end of my ship. Because we can't have a happy ending with a polyamory couple. Polyamorous throuple. I will freaking... No. It's allowed. You don't have to send one off. You just keep them together. Why must you ruin it all? Or at least, like, make them find a way to be happy. I just want them to be happy. My babies. Also, I like, Emma and Julian can have their fun times together now. I don't care about them as much. I love them, but I don't. They're not like my OTP or OT3 of this series. Like, they're just good. But anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm almost done. I'm like 80 pages away from the end, but it's only like a chapter and a half, right? Yes, Alec for console. Yes, screw the court in Alicante. It was such a stupid idea for a bunch of people whose job was to protect mundanes to live in an area where no mundanes were anyway. It didn't even make sense. Yes! Okay, I've officially finished Queen of Fire and Darkness. It's done. I'm really happy. It was a good ending. One thing that I don't hate, but that sometimes annoys me about Cassie Clare's books is that her final book in each trilogy set always has this huge ending section. Like the last 50 pages or so is a lot of like wrapping everything up, like every single little character. Well, not everyone, there's obviously heaps left unsaid, but like, oh, and these guys are having a good life here, and these, like, it just goes on and on, like, after the main battle's over, and I tend to like my books to finish a bit more than that. But overall, my thoughts about this are that it's amazing. Rereading the first two books last month and then in this trilogy and then reading this one totally solidified my love for the Blackthorns and my love for this series. I think I read Lady Midnight and Lord of Shadows the first time in a bit of a slump. Like, it was the only books they were the only books I was reading around the times I read them. Whereas now that I'm back into reading and I've reread them and read this, I'm just, yes, amazing. Mark, Christina, and Kieran are my OT3 bays. I'm really sad about Kit and Ty, but you can definitely see where the Wicked Powers will draw from the threads with other Jace, Ty and Kit, and the first heir, or the lost heir, and all that kind of plot points threaded through, how that will, and whatever happened with what Ty needs to pay for bringing back Livy's ghost. All those things would definitely tie into the Wicked Powers, but that's like years away. Oh my god. But anyway, this was amazing. Yeah, happy, great, 5 stars. I am so glad more and more writers, especially YA writers, are getting on the polyamory bandwagon, because, like, it's a great life. It's a fun time, and it totally gets rid of this, like, unnecessary tension you see in love triangles. Like, if you all love each other, just love each other. Why are you making people pick? Like, it just makes sense to me. So I'm glad that was another thing here. And yes, great ending to the trilogy. Loved it.